Hey guys, Vegathron here. Today, we're going to be looking at each sword that can be unlocked in Katana Zero. Before we get started, just a warning. This may contain spoilers for the game's story, and you can't access these new weapons until you beat the game anyway. So, if you haven't already, go finish the game and come back once you're done. With that said, there are a total of 5 unlockable swords in the game. Once you've completed the main story, head to the level select from the main menu, and you'll notice an extra area called the Government Labs has appeared and can be selected. Enter this area and you'll notice a locked door and 5 sealed vaults on the wall. The locked door will presumably lead to the DLC area once it's out. Each vault holds a unique weapon inside, and to access these weapons, we will need to hunt down a key for each, which are hidden in various levels throughout the game. Starting us off at the far left vault, we have the Prism Sword, which requires the Prism key to access. This is by far the easiest key to obtain in the game. All you need to do is start the very first level. Then, after Zero jumps to the lower section of the rooftops, simply backtrack and head up to the body of the man who you've just killed. On the body, you'll find the prismatic key and gain access to the prismatic sword. The prismatic sword is an exact copy of the basic katana, except for one fun little gimmick. Enemies killed with this sword will cause blood sprays from enemies you slice to become a random colour of the rainbow. On top of this, the slash animation is also altered with rainbow colours. This is the only sword that doesn't change the actual functionality of your attacks, however, it is a nice option for those who prefer the katana but still want to have a bit of variety. Obviously this mirrors the standard katana in every way when it comes to stats, but we'll use this time to explain how I've calculated them anyway. First we have range, which is pretty self-explanatory. This only counts the range of the sword strike itself and not any other effects that activate when swinging it. Next up we have attack speed. This is a measure of how many frames it takes between your first swing and when the game lets you attack a second time. Due to reaction time, this number isn't 100% accurate, but it should give you a good idea of how fast each weapon attacks. Last off is any additional effects the sword may have, or things it may indirectly enable you to do. In the case of the Prism Sword, that would be to change appearance of blood splatters when killing them with the sword. Up next, vault number 2 holds the Sword of Masters, which requires the Master Key to unlock. To obtain the Master's Key, you'll have to play through the Murdoa Hotel level. The key is located on Josh Rose's body, however, normally he'll jump off the balcony after speaking with you, which means you won't be able to loot him. To get around this, you'll need to bring a throwable object such as a statue outside the door and throw it at him directly after you open the door. This will instantly kill him and allow you to take the Master's Key from his body. The Sword of Masters is a Zelda-inspired sword that has a slightly lower attack range and attack speed compared to the standard katana. So, what do you get for giving up those stats? When swinging the Sword of Masters, an energy ball will fire, which acts the same as a thrown object. This has a 2-second cooldown, which once charged will cause Zero to pulse blue as well as play a sound. Considering you can barely notice the lowered attack speed, and that the energy ball more than negates the lowered range, this is probably one of the strongest and most useful swords in the game. Vault number 3 is next, which is home to the Savant Knife, and requires, you guessed it, the Savant Key. The Savant Key is by far the hardest key to obtain in the game. In order to get it, you must avoid waking up Leon during the slaughterhouse level. There are 3 key steps to doing this. If at any time you accidentally wake Leon, such as if you get spotted by a security camera, simply restart at the last checkpoint and try again. Just make sure you don't trigger a checkpoint after being detected, or you will need to start the level again. The first step to not waking Leon will be in the first room with the screen. As soon as you enter, you'll have about 2 seconds to cut the red cord connecting to the TV. If at any time you see Leon's face on the screen during the level, or if he starts shooting at you, that means somewhere you've alerted him and you'll need to start again. Step 2 is in the large room with the screen, conveyor belts and 4 cameras on the roof. To get past this without detection, you'll need to roll dodge through the vision of the cameras. Camera vision extends in a line below them as shown here. As long as you roll dodge through this area, you won't be detected. If you do get detected, don't worry, all you need to do is press the pause button and hit restart. This will reset that section. You'll know you did it right if the screen doesn't light up with Leon's face and the doors don't lock down. The third and final step is in the very next room. Same as the room before, you'll need to roll dodge through the cameras without detection. Once again, you'll know you've succeeded if the doors don't lock down and the screen does not turn on. Before you go to the next area, go to the table to the left. On it, you will find the Savant Key and gain access to the Savant Knife. The Savant Knife has the lowest attack range of any sword. However, it boasts the highest attack speed by far, being able to strike nearly twice in the time the standard katana would take to swing once. This makes it well suited to deflecting bullets from machine guns or multiple attackers, and is a favourite for speedrunners. Having such a high attack speed gives it the uncanny ability to allow Zero to hover by rapidly spamming upward attacks mid-air. In addition, this weapon also causes roll dodging distance to slightly increase, helping Zero close the gap to use the shorter range of the blade. Vault number 4 holds the prototype Claymore and requires the prototype key to access. To obtain the prototype key, you'll need to fulfill the secondary objective in the prison level. This objective will vary depending on if you chose to refuse medication during the psychiatrist's appointment or not. If you took your medicine, you'll need to stealth through the entire mission and not kill anyone. This is a lot trickier than option 2. If you refuse your medicine, the dossier will look like this. And you'll receive a phone call at the start of the level from the masked man, asking you to kill everyone in your path. To get the option to refuse the medicine, be sure to talk to DJ Electrohead on the previous level instead of killing him. Then ask your psychiatrist about the drug, until you get the option to refuse it. Once you've killed everyone in the level, or if you chose the other path, stealth through without killing anyone, you'll see a package outside your house when you return home. Be sure to loot it before heading inside and you'll receive the prototype key. The prototype Claymore has a significantly longer range than any other sword. However, this comes with the caveat of an extremely slow attack speed, making you wait almost 2 times longer than the normal katana before you can attack a second time. But the Claymore isn't just a slow lumbering sword with some extra range, it has a few tricks up its sleeve. The first being that it can deflect multiple bullets with each swing. This means you can deflect the entire spread of a shotgun with devastating effect. The Claymore also kills skinny rickies in one shot when they would normally deflect a lesser sword and require a follow-up strike. And lucky last is Vault number 5, which holds the Phoenix Edge and requires the Phoenix Key to unlock. To obtain the Phoenix Key, begin the mansion mission and progress until you find a room with a thief in the top left corner. Kill everyone in the area, but do not interrupt the thief. After waiting long enough, he will jump out the window and leave the suitcase he was inspecting unattended. Approach this suitcase and in it, you will find the Phoenix Key and gain access to the last vault. Phoenix Edge appears to have a slightly higher base range than the basic katana, and, based on multiple tests, a slightly slower attack speed than the Claymore, making it the slowest sword in the game. A lot of sources online claim that this sword attacks faster than the Claymore, however, as I mentioned, this consistently wasn't the case for me during my testing, so I'm not sure if this is simply an urban myth or if I did something wrong in the tests. The key feature the Phoenix Edge offers is a large cone of fire that emanates from the sword each time it's swung. This kills everything in its path and is useful for killing large groups of enemies. However, take note that only the actual blade can deflect bullets, and enemies with shields will be immune to the flames when attacked from the front. And there you have it, every sword in Katana Zero is now yours to play around with. Let me know down in the comments which one you liked best. For me it's got to be the Savant Knife, as I find it really fun deflecting every bullet. If you enjoyed this video, please consider helping the channel out by liking and subscribing to get all the latest indie gaming content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.